Promises made, promises kept. Donald Trump promised that DOGE was going to cut down on the bureaucracy of the federal government, and DOGE is doing just that. Shout out to the New York Post. USAID staffers told to stay out of D.C. headquarters after Musk said Trump agreed to shut it down. Yes, this is what we wanted. This is what we voted for. Yes, this is what Daddy likes. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Anyway. Who wrote this article? This is just by Associated Press. Oh, okay, whatever. Staffers of the U.S. Agency for International Development were instructed to stay out of the agency's Washington headquarters on Monday, according to a notice distributed to them after billionaire Elon Musk announced that President Trump had agreed with him to shut down the agency. So based. So based. So incredibly based. USAID staffers said they also tracked more than 600 employees who reported being locked out of the agency's computer systems overnight. Those still in the system received emails saying that, quote, at the direction of agency leadership, unquote, the headquarters building was, quote, the headquarters building will be closed to agency personnel on Monday, February 3rd. Yes, this is what we want. This is what we want. This is what Trump promised us he was going to do. And this first 2.5, 3 weeks of his presidency has just been banger after banger after banger after banger. And I haven't covered any of it, but I'm going to do better. The developments come after Musk, who's leading an extraordinary civilian review of the federal government with the Republican president's agreement, said Monday that he had spoken with Trump about the six-decade U.S. Aid and Development Agency, and, quote, he agreed we should shut it down because foreign aid is stupid. For everyone. Yes, every country that gets foreign aid should stop getting it. Sorry, not sorry. There's no point in us giving you cash just for you to turn around and spend that money on America. We could just keep the money here in the United States. Because it's coming back in anyway. Most of these countries have deals in place where they have to take the foreign aid money and then spend it on American products, American weapons, or American supplies, or anything like that. They end up having it's just they're basically getting the stuff for free because we're giving them our money for them to pay for the stuff that they buy from us. It's stupid. The whole thing's stupid. And that's mostly arms deals with a lot of our allies, Israel in particular. But anyone that we have a arms deal with, usually they'll get foreign aid. This is a common criticism of just Israel, but we have this deal with other countries. We will agree to give you X amount of dollars, and in return, you agree to only buy weapons from American weapons manufacturers. At that point, why are you? I mean, I know you could say it's taking the money, it's putting back in the economy. Graph go up, blah 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 blah. But it's just you're basically just giving them the stuff for free, which is stupid. Quote, it became apparent that it's not an apple with a worm in it, Musk said in a live session on X Spaces early Monday. What we have is just a ball of worms. You've got to basically get rid of the whole thing. It's beyond repair. We're shutting it down. Based. So fucking based. Trump, Musk, and Republican lawmakers have targeted the U.S. Aid and Development Agency, which oversees humanitarian development and security programs in some 120 countries, increasingly stringent terms, accusing it of promoting liberal causes. Over the weekend, the Trump administration placed two top-tier security chiefs at USAID on leave after they refused to turn over classified material in restricted areas to Musk government inspection teams, a current and former U.S. Official aide told the Associated Press on Sunday. So, if you remember a few weeks ago, over a month ago, I think, I covered the polling that showed a bunch of people currently still employed with the U.S. federal government intends to resist Trump at every turn. And now it is made manifest. They are literally saying, you are the president, you won the popular mandate of the people, but we are not going to do what you want, even though the people want you, the people elected you to make sure this happens. We know better than the people. And that attitude has gone on too fucking long in this country, and it's really time. It really is time that the bureaucracy gets gutted. Boys, I really do think the swamp's getting drained this time. It looks like it's actually going to get drained this time. We got the term in politics is lame duck, but it's not the right term because lame duck implies that you lost your seat and that you're whatever. But this is incumbent Trump. He can't be reelected again. He never has to worry about reelection again. He can just take the next 4 years and just fucking get on that grind set and just make shit happen. Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, known as D.O.G.E, earlier carried out a similar operation at the Treasury Department, gaining access to sensitive information, including the Social Security and Medicare customer payment systems. The Washington Post reported that a senior Treasury official had resigned over Musk's team accessing sensitive information. Democratic lawmakers have protested the moves, saying Trump lacks constitutional authority to shut down USAID without congressional approval and decrying Musk accessing sensitive government-held information through his Trump-sanctioned inspections of federal government agencies and programs. Trump appointed Musk to this job, which means Musk is now part of the government. And if the government holds something, then the government can inspect that something. Except that just goes to show that the Democrats do not think that Trump, his administration, or the people that voted for it are legitimate. That they don't think our concerns are legitimate. They don't think that Trump is a legitimate president. They intend to resist him at every step. It's nonsense. USAID, whose website vanished Saturday without explanation, has been one of the federal agencies most targeted by the Trump administration in an escalating crackdown on the federal government and many of its programs. That's because we spend a fuckload of money on foreign aid. This is a meme at this point, but there was no money for FEMA in North Carolina after the hurricane, but we got money for foreign aid. There's barely any money in California to help with the wildfires, but we got money for foreign aid. Motherfuckers in Flint, Michigan still don't have clean drinking water, but we've got money for foreign aid. Nah! This shit is over. It's over. It's over, son. Quote, it's been run by a bunch of radical lunatics and we're getting them out, Trump said to reporters about USAID on Sunday night. Musk's and Trump's comments came with Secretary of State Marco Rubio out of the country in Central America on his first trip abroad in office. Rubio has not spoken publicly about any plans to shut down USAID. That's because Rubio knows who butters his bread. I didn't love the idea of Marco Rubio becoming Secretary of State at first, but if he's willing, he does have connections. If you consider him a swamp monster, and I kind of do. I am sympathetic to the idea that Trump picked another swamp monster as a Secretary of State. I'm sympathetic to that idea, and I was worried about it too. But if it seems that Marco Rubio is in a position, it seems like he's more concerned with just keeping his position, that he's willing to do everything Trump tells him, then it's advantageous to have a tamed swamp monster on our side. As long as Trump just, tugs on the choker every once in a while, anytime he starts to act a fool, maybe Rubio wasn't a bad pick. Maybe he knows better than to speak out against the God Emperor. The Trump administration and Rubio have imposed an unprecedented freeze on foreign assistance that has shut down much of USAID's aid programs worldwide, compelling thousands of layoffs by aid organizations, and ordered furloughs and leaves that have gutted the agency's leadership and staff in Washington. Music to my adorable little cat ears. uh, Peter Morocco, a returning political appointee from Trump's first term, was a leader in enforcing the shutdown. USAID staffers say they believe that agency outsiders with visitors' badges asking questions of employees inside the Washington headquarters are members of Musk's D.O.G.E team. D.O.G.E. D.O.G.E. Senator Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, I call her Pocahontas, said in a post on Saturday that Trump was allowing Musk to access people's personal information and shut down government funding. Quote, we must do everything in our power to push back and protect people from harm, the senator said without giving details. Why is it bad for Trump and Musk to have access to people's personal information, but it's okay for you to have access to people's personal information, Pocahontas? Why is that okay? Why is that a good thing? Why is it a good thing? Rules for thee and not for me. That's how it's always been. That's how they want it to stay. Like like I said, this shit is over. This shit is over. We're done. We're done playing these games. Trump is following through. He's doing the thing that he said he was going to do, and I love it. This is what won me over about him in his first term, was the fact that, yes, did he keep every campaign promise he made? No, he didn't. But he kept a bunch of the ones that he made. He kept a bunch of them. And it was the first time in my life that I actually watched the president keep his campaign promises. Not all of them, and not all of them to the degree that we would have liked. He tried like hell to get the wall built, and, the government stopped him and made it as difficult as possible, but he did try. So, and the part of the wall did get built. He said he was going to raise military spending back up to pre-Obama levels, which, again, I wasn't crazy about, because even with the Obama military cuts, we still were we still spent more money, more percentage of GDP on the military than anybody else. So it was just like, we don't necessarily need to raise that back up. But Trump said, I'm going to do this thing, and then he did it. He followed through on a lot of his early campaign promises to the best of his abilities, and now he's following through on these. It's great. Like, this is just, we're just racking up W's, boys. Just racking up W's. But don't get complacent. Okay? Anytime the Trump administration starts to backpedal or starts to do things that we don't like, make sure to hold them accountable. Okay? We don't need to get complacent. We can be happy warriors, but that doesn't mean we have to be stupid. So, follow me on X. Like, all my links and stuff are down in the description. So, follow me on X. If you like this stuff, subscribe to the channel. If you like gaming stuff, subscribe to my Rumble channel. I have two Rumble channels. One which is basically just a copy of this channel. And then another one, which is where all my gaming stuff goes to. And then, I've also got a BitChute channel. So if if you're one of those people who wants to sub everywhere, then by all means. Like I said, links are down in the description. Come check out when I stream video games. Yeah. Do the algorithm stuff. Throw me a bone.